Popular topics. Where y'all at? What's up? What's happening, family? Y'all know I don't post videos on. It's supposed to be Saturday through today, so I'll be posting videos the rest of the week. But I did want to pop on here to say what's up, y'all. What's up? I saw some interesting stuff. Um, and I'm gonna see if any of y'all will tap in. Hey y'all, hey. I gotta wash my hair, y'all. I just been detangling my hair. I need to wash it. Oh, you changed that? Okay. Warm again, and that's good. Thank you for joining me, Jonah. I'm glad you're here. That's good. It's warm. It's warm out here in LA too. It's a lot of traffic, but it's warm. Yeah, I know you, Jonah. You came up blue. You the only moderator I have. Just saying there's some people gonna tap in. You know, I don't post videos Saturday through Monday. So all the rest of the week I'll be posting videos. But Friday, I did it this week, Friday. I'm probably gonna post a video Friday though, but um just saying there's some people gonna tap in. I wanted to come on here earlier, but I was tired. So I got up, took me a shower. I wanted to take a bath, but it's like, no, I'm just gonna shower today and chill. And it was rough getting up. I usually would shower when I get home today. When I get home. And I did. I shower when I got home, but when I shower when I get home, I can't really go straight to sleep. I don't know, it's weird. Um I was up for a minute and I was like, okay. Then I went to sleep. I got up and I was sweaty. So that's why I took another shower. I was like, why am I so sweaty? I don't know. I woke up hot, child. Might be going through menopause. I don't know. Hey, y'all. Hey, some people tapping in. Look, do you guys know that it's two senators that's trying to get rid of TSA? Now, when this article popped up, I was like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by getting rid of TSA? Like, I got TSA pre-check. I actually got global entry. Global entry is for 5 years, and it includes TSA pre-check. On top of that, I do have, man, what's the other one I have? It's another app that I have, Clear. You can pay for Clear. You can get Clear if you have Delta. If you're a Delta Airlines, I think a silver medallion or gold medallion. I'm usually a gold medallion with Delta because I travel a lot. So you get a discount. I think it's like a $50 to get discount. And if you have Clear, you don't have to stand in line when you go to like concerts. You have like this priority little whatnot. I ain't never used it here in LA, child. Because I ain't never usually standing in line. I usually get to the concert when everybody's already sitting down. And then I go to the concert because my seat is going to be my seat, honey. It ain't going to even matter. Just like the airplane. You have a, hey, y'all, hey. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. Look, I'm going over this. Two Republicans, Lee, a Utah Republican, and I think this is and I don't know. I ain't gonna say that I don't know. No, I don't think he's the same person that introduced. Wait, let me check. He might be the same one that introduced, let me see, the SNAP program. Hey, y'all. Hey. Oh, 68 degrees. That's nice, Jonah. Let me see. Let me see if he the same introduced the SNAP Healthy Act. I think it's the same guy. I think it's this Lee guy that's... Let me see. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, Seneca. You're Snorkums. Thank you, Seneca. You're so sweet. Snap healthy acts, I'm going to say. Yep, it's the same guy. This Senator Mike Lee of Utah. He introduced the Healthy Snap Act I've been talking about on my regular content, and that is being pushed. Dang, I forgot who's already starting it in July. Let me see something. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Utah already is starting theirs. I'm gonna go over this in the video on Wednesday. I got a continue video. There you go, Seneca. There you go, Seneca. There you go. There you go, Seneca. Seneca is a trip. Okay, look. So for some reason, they're trying to. This is from Newsweek, and I have it linked in the description. But it's saying that a massive change for U.S. airports under Republican proposal. Now, Senator Lee called for abolishment of TSA. I don't know why. He's saying that a proposal would change the way Americans travel. TSA is federally funded. We already know it's a federal job. People that work there is federal. And it oversees the safe measures for mass transportation in the United States. With it, I'm just going to tell you guys the article, and then I give you my opinion about it. But it's just giving a history of TSA that it includes air travel, rail travel, and highways. It was created in the aftermath of September 11, 2001, the attack on the World Trade. Y'all remember that? I was here for it. Okay. Today, the agency is best known for performing security checks of anyone traveling through a U.S. airport, but has faced some scrutiny from conservatives. I got a video. I do. Thank you for the likes, and don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of people come through, but they don't subscribe. I don't understand. So Lee, a Utah Republican, argued that the agency should be dissolved in a post to X, formerly named Twitter. It's time to abolish TSA, he wrote. Airlines can and will secure their own planes if a federal agency doesn't do it for them. They'll do it better than TSA without undermining the Constitution. And with less groping. What the? Wait a minute. What do you mean by that? Wait a minute. So I have a global entry, which you can use it in some other countries too. When they just announced a trip in my group. We're going to Colombia, back to Colombia. We're going to Medellin, and we're going to Cartagena. I think I'm saying it right. I don't know. But we're going there in October. I'm going to a trip in Vegas in December. I got like 5 trips, y'all. When I go on vacation from work, I go on vacation. I'm just going to say it. I don't be at home doing laundry and trying to get some sleep. I be on vacation. Um, they'll do it better. Okay. Showing more respect for passengers. Share if you agree. Now, I don't have a problem with TSA. And I feel like I don't know why he got a problem with TSA. Now, TSA, just regular TSA, honey, I'm not taking my shoes off. You got to open up everything. Now, let me tell you this. In some countries, they don't care what you got. They still making you take apart your whole life. We was in, I think we was at Panama. The last trip I took was Panama. And you go through airport security. You have to fill out, you know, you have to fill out a customs. I didn't have to fill out one because I was flying Delta. But some people that was flying like Southwest or whatever, they had to fill out an entry and an exit. When I tried to put mine in, they gave me a barcode and said, you know, I had some type of priority and whatnot or whatever because I was flying first class. So I end up going through before them. But when I got to the main part of the airport, we all had to go through another security check. And I was like, we just went through a security check. We walked through the whole airport. You know how when you go through and like LAX, when you go through TSA pre-check and clear, you're good. You know, you put your stuff up there, your little carry out, and you go to your gate. Well, this airport, that was my first time ever experiencing that. And I done been to a few countries, a lot of countries actually. That was the first time before I warmed the seat that I had to go through another security check. It was weird. I was weirded out, like, what is this? And they have you put all your stuff. Now, maybe this particular airport, I'm just gonna have an open mind and say maybe this particular airport does this because you have a lot of people that you have a lot of people that, hey y'all, hey, you have a lot of people that still, I want to say, through those stores. I don't know the reasoning for them have another security. I've never seen that in no other country I've been to. So I don't know, but I know before we warmed that seat and we went through like the shops and whatnot, and you couldn't bring no food back there. You had to already had ate. Well, in LA, that's why I said when you out of the country, you got to do what these people say do in their country. They won't let you bring none to drink back there. You couldn't have no snacks. I was like, what? Why y'all selling stuff if you tell me before I board my plane that I got to go through this extra security? It was weird. I don't know. It was just in Panama. That's the first time I had experienced that. But let's try to see what he talking about. Why he can't violate the Constitution. Okay, so his proposal faced scrutiny from critics on X. Some people say it can't violate the Constitution if you just violate people's privacy rights with non-state actors, wrote attorney Anthony Michael Kress. I'm sure the airlines would love to pick up the cost of metal detectors, and I'm sure they won't pass. This won't pass because the cost down to travelers at all, wrote Amy McGrath, a former Democratic Senate Kentucky candidate in Kentucky. Hey y'all, hey. Don't forget to give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. What y'all talking about? Oh. Well, you was asking someone to take your number down. You do this in every live widow. Thanks, BB, for putting him on blast. He been trying to get my number All this time. I don't know what's up with Seneca. What's up with him? That's crazy. BB put you on blast. Said, don't come over here with that mess. Make sure you guys give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. So look, critics of the TSA, however, agree that it should be abolished, while others say only some changes are needed. Now, they do have, they've been videos on Instagram I've seen, because I don't have TikTok, but I do have Instagram, and I've seen TSA people steal people's stuff. Like, they have the video of them, like, cuffing somebody's jewelry. Now, the reason I go through TSA and put all my cameras and drones and everything, because usually, I don't know why the people that, what I think the people that are actually the baggage claim people, it needs to be cameras back there with them, because they go through people's stuff, honey. We never see it again. For instance, I bought a gold, when I go places, I have my own silverware or goldware, whatever you want to call it, eating utensils. With my straw, I have it everywhere I go all over the world. And I bought this really nice pouch. I bought the pouch from Target, but it was a gold pouch. It was really nice. Child, what? In Panama, between Panama, Atlanta, somebody took my pouch. Now, who wants somebody eating utensils? That was weird to me. Maybe they thought it was something else in it, and they just took it right quick, but it was nothing but eating utensils. And I was like, this weird. So now I bought plastic. I travel with gold plastic silverware or whatever, goldware, whatever, eating utensils, because they stole my gold stuff. And I didn't get the gold stuff from nowhere but Target. It's just, people just steal stupid stuff, honey. But it was in a nice carry case, and I've had that for a long time. So I just feel like either somebody in Atlanta took it or Panama. But I'm thinking it could have been Panama, because I've traveled through Atlanta with that same case for years. Nobody ever took it out. And the only reason why I put it in my my to go, because one time, hey y'all, hey, don't forget to give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. The only reason why I put it in my my checked bag is because when I was in Mexico one time, they took my butter knife. You know, when you have a set of silverware, you get 2 forks. You get a serving fork and a serving. You get a dessert fork and a serving spoon and a dessert spoon. So you get like about 5 utensils. Child, why do people in Mexico City, where they stole my Prada purse at, and I never gonna forget it, because I've traveled with that Prada bag with they ain't steal my camera, but they stole the bag. The camera was in the bag. I've had that bag for a long time. You ain't gonna know it's Prada unless you look at it. And it's a nice bag. It was a nice bag. But back in the day, I was one of those advocates for not letting people see the name of the stuff that I had. It was a Prada bag I got a long time ago. Long time ago. I don't even know if I got it. Did I get it in Italy? I got it somewhere. It was either Italy. It was somewhere overseas. It was Europe somewhere. I got it a long time ago, honey. That bag probably is older than one of my kids. I hadn't had it so long. But somebody stole it, child. They took it. At least they didn't steal the camera out of it. So that prompted me to start carrying all my cameras, all my equipment in my carry-on. So I don't know what he's trying to do with this eliminate TSA. I just feel like, and then I know in TSA you got to take your shoes off and go. Child, it's a lot. But if you say if you pay TSA pre-check, we don't have to take our shoes off. clear. We just walk up. They scan your eyes and clear, or your fingerprint. And global entry too. If you have global entry when you come back into the United States, airports all over the world in the United States have global entry, U.S. Customs and Protection. They scan your eyes. By the time I get up there, you could go, Miss Johnson. They already know who I am, because before, when you used to get approved for TSA pre-check, and global entry is included in that. I mean, well, global entry and TSA pre-check is included. We used to have to scan our passport, and they would scan your eyes. Well, now in LA, the last time I went, and I think Michigan too, when I went to Canada, they scanned. Was I in Michigan? What was I at? I can't remember, y'all. I be all over the damn place, the dang on place. I be everywhere. I'm trying to think. I can't remember, but they scanned my eyes, and they was like, "You good, Miss Johnson?" I was like, "Okay." You know, anything I can do to get through that line at the airport, sign me up, okay? I don't feel that anybody should have to stand in that line and get humiliated. I want to say, before I knew about, years, probably, I done had TSA pre-check for a long time. But before then, man, I got a belly piercing. I was young, I had a belly piercing. They used to always mess with me with my belly piercing. And belly piercings, you can put like a chain around. Like when I was young, I used to do all that type of stuff. But now that I'm in my 40s, I don't do any of that. But back in the day, I did. I was a little PYT. So it says TSA fails 95% of their red team audits. What's that? They are a useless agency that exists solely to secure government contracts for streaming machines, wrote podcast Steve Friend. I don't know who that is. In 2015, an internal TSA probe found that undercover investigators successfully brought mock explosive or banned weapons through security checks, and 95% of trials, according to ABC News report. I actually used to support this myself. I no longer support outright abolishing the TSA, and I certainly don't support leaving the T word, TERRORIS, prevention to the airports. But I do support repealing a lot of the security theatric policies, wrote journalist Matthew Champion. So this was a discussion that they was having on X, because this is what this senator put on X. Newsweek is just wrote an article about it. The TSA was created by the aviation, and it's probably the Federal Aviation and Transportation Security Act, passed by Congress in November 19, 2001, later becoming part of Homeland Security in 2001, 2003. According to the agency's website, it makes up 1/4 of the DHS workforce, with 65,000 employees across the country. What do you guys think about that? I'll tell you what I think. I think that they need to leave TSA alone, let them do their job. Now, I don't know about the water part. I don't know why you can't bring water. Now, other drinks, okay, yeah. But water, I think unopened water should be allowed, because some people have medicines to take. I don't know why we can't just take, why we can't just have the, that change. I think it do need some work. A lot of these agencies need work. And I was telling people, I've come a long way from low income food stamps, Section 8. And when you want, you know, you want to do better and you don't want to wait in these long lines. Like we were waiting for people when we went through Atlanta airport and we went through customs. Honey, it was people that we waited 2.5 hours. I'm not waiting on y'all this time. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm going to get on my flight to LA. Because I'm not going now. A lot of those people that I go with my travel group, they all stay in like different places. But I persuade some of them to get global entry in it, and they did. I was like, don't nobody want to wait on y'all no 2 hours. But some people was like, I'm not paying $100. It's $100 for 5 years, honey. It might be $120. I think they went up in price. It's $120 for 5 years. 5 years of not standing in that long line and taking off your shoes and going through honey, sign me up. Sign me up. And then some other states. And then another thing that's good about global entry, if you live places like Arizona, if you live close to the Mexico border, you could go through the express lanes and those places and not be in line. Sign me up. I'm all for you signing me up any place. I don't have to stand in line. I don't want to. I just older I get, I don't want to stand in line. What do I need to pay to not stand in line? I don't want to. Sign me up for Clear. Sign me up for Clear is every year you have to pay. If you get, and Clear is extra. You have to have TSA pre-check to get Clear though. And they have a TSA pre-check Clear now. If you somebody that don't want to stand in line. I don't want to. I go all the way around, all them people that stand in line, and I be already done ate and did everything by the time, honey, the line be so, and the line is getting longer at the airport. I don't know why people want to stand in that line, take their shoes off. Child, I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to take no shoes off. Now that they got, this was just October was the last time I did international travel. I didn't have to take anything. They was like, oh, Miss Johnson, you don't have to take that out. I was like, how the heck they know my name? But they, you know, your ass. Clear takes you up in front of people in the TSA pre-check line. Honey, I don't stand in no line. And let me tell you, don't, because you travel in first class, especially like with Delta, if you fly anywhere, if you go with like Delta, I want to say that they have a first class and whatnot. Don't do that because they're gonna have to take your shoes off. I went through that. I was like, I'm in first class. They was like, you should have went through TSA pre-check. You don't go through the regular line. I was like, oh, got me. I ain't doing that no more. She's like, ma'am, you got TSA pre-check and you got Clear. Why did you come over here? You have to go through the Clear line. I was like, okay, you ain't got to tell me none. You ain't got to tell me again. But I don't agree with abolishing TSA. I don't think I think it needs some tweaking. Like I said, I think a lot of these agencies need tweaking. All this long waiting and, you know, what are we waiting for? Why am I at the food stamp office and I got to wait 2 or 3 hours and ain't nobody in here? What is my case manager doing? Or if I need to apply for food stamps, you know, why am I waiting so long at the post office? Let me tell y'all about the post office. They've been talking about privatizing the post office for a long time. The post office that I go to out in Pasadena, California, they have a sign on their door that says they open at 3. Now, they don't open on Sundays and holidays anymore. I've been had this P.O. box that I have. I want to say this is my 10th year having it. 2015 is when I opened it, but this will be 10 years I've had this box. And it probably, I was on a waiting list to get it because back then it was so many people had P.O. boxes there. And when they called me, I ran to the little bitty one. I wanted the middle one, but I got the little bitty one. And that box used to cost $30, $30-some for 6 months. I used to pay for a year. Honey, now I just renewed it in March and September is my 2. If I pay every 6 months, or sometimes I pay for a year. Honey, when I tell you it's $96 now for 6 months. The best thing the post office did was make forever stamps, all the stamps forever stamps, and they just raised the prices of all the stamps. I think that was a great idea because all that adding and putting on 2 ounces and ooh, it was annoying. But they have signs outside that say they open at 3 a.m. Now, I work at night, and if I want to take my lunch break, I got to say, okay, I know I'll be done with my work about 2:30 or 2:45. I can drive out to Pasadena and check my P.O. box. Because it's within the miles that I can travel. Child, I got out there at 3:15 one day. Not open. Waited to 3:30. Didn't open. 3:40 didn't open. So I saw a guy. I said, hey, this is supposed to be open. He was like, oh, I work in the back. Like, he didn't care. He worked in the back. He was like, I don't know. You know, he didn't try to go see or nothing. He just said, oh, I work in the back. I'm like, customer service, child, good help is hard to find. He didn't try to see why I wasn't open. He didn't try to see nothing. He didn't care. His attitude was stink like, well, I work back here, so I don't care what they doing up there. I'm a customer. I want my mail out of my P.O. box. And it was other people. Now, there was just one time it happened. They don't open on Sundays, and they close at 9 o'clock now. Now, before C-19, it was 24 hours. It was open. I could go anytime. But, you know, it's so much homelessness going in. They have changed the hours a few times since I've had the box because people were sleeping in there and all kinds of stuff going on. So, of course, they're going to adapt to what's ever going on. You have to adapt to what's going on, you know? But yeah, I just wanted to share this, guys, with you guys and see what you guys thought about them abolishing TSA. I'll have this linked in the description box. Article in the description box. But interesting. It's informative. I try to do a lot of informative stuff that you guys may not know about or may not hear. I am finishing up some videos, editing them today. I'm going to get off of here because I am going to work tonight because I'm broke, honey. Broke. Middle class broke. And I want some extra. I got some trips I'm going on and I want to pay for those trips with my overtime. That's what I do overtime for. I do overtime for to pay for stuff that is not, that I really don't need. Is when I do overtime. So, leave me a comment below. And, of course, all these comments. I appreciate you guys for being on. So much. And I'll see you in the next video.